So today we're going to talk about negotiation, but before we do anything else we need to understand what negotiation actually is. So if I was to ask you, what is negotiation, what would you say? The chances are you would say something like win-win, and there's a lot of books and articles that suggest that's what negotiation is. But actually win-win is more the objective of a negotiation and not necessarily the definition. Negotiation is a process by which we search for the term to get what we want from somebody that wants something from us. Now if we just think about that definition for a minute, first of all, search. So what does that suggest? That suggests that it's a two-party. It suggests that we are seeking to understand what our customers want or what the other party wants. It also suggests that it's a conversation, that actually it will mean lots of good questioning and good listening, because we need to search for the terms. Now if we go on to look at the fact that we are searching for the terms with somebody that wants something from us, that also suggests that we actually have to finish selling what we're negotiating before we can actually negotiate it. So in other words, the person we're negotiating with needs to want what we have to offer. If they don't want what we've got to offer, then we're not negotiating, we're haggling. So it could be that we'll be pushed down on price or end up giving away way more than we need to secure the deal. If somebody wants something from us, it means that there's a better balance, that it means that it'll be a much more equal process, which will then mean that you're in a much stronger position and a much more partnership position in which to actually create a deal for both parties that ultimately becomes the win-win. So now I want to ask you a question. I want you to think about whether this question is true or false. Faced with a difficult negotiator, it is better to concede something of little value in order to create goodwill. True or false? And I can tell you, when I've asked that question in my negotiation skills training, at least 8 out of every 10 say true. But actually, I believe it's false, and I'm going to explain why. So first of all, difficult negotiator. What are they likely to be like? They're going to be somebody that pushes, that is demanding, that wants more. Now if we concede something to somebody that's constantly pushing us and wanting more, the chances are they're going to want even more. They're going to think they can actually keep asking. So that's the first thing I would say, is to replace that word concede with the word trade. Now, if we look at conceding something of little value in order to create goodwill, if you were to give somebody, especially a difficult negotiator, something that's of little value, that's not going to create goodwill anyway. In fact, if anything, it would cause the exact opposite. So the other thing we need to do is anything we do trade needs to be of high value to our partner, high value to the person we're actually negotiating with. So in other words, we need to sell up our tradables. We need to make them sound like they are of value, and also if we're searching for the terms, then they will be something that we know our customer or our partner wants. The other thing I would say to you, think about it. What's more important to you, results or relationships? Now again, a lot of people tend to go for relationships, and of course they are absolutely vital when it comes to having long-term relationships with our customers. However, we also need to get results, so we need to find a balance of the two. So trading, in other words, we get something from them before we give them something, keeps the balance of power at the same time as maintaining the relationship and getting us results, which is why one of the most fundamental principles of negotiation is learning how to trade. Now if you found this interesting and want to know more, then fill in the form on this page for the next 4 lessons.